Sit down for just a second. Sharia law is alive and well in Texas. An Islamic tribunal is operating as a nonprofit organization in the Dallas area using Sharia law to handle family and business matters. Its website explains it this way. Discontent with the legal system leads many Muslims in America to postpone justice in this world and opt for an audience on the day of judgment. So is this legal?
That's right. Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano joins us now to discuss. Thanks for being here,
I'm
Judge.
smiling because you guys don't like to give me the easy ones. We start out with Sharia law in Texas.
It's true.
Yes.
Okay, your thoughts?
Roman Catholic law in New Jersey.
Yes.
So let's start with the idea and remind everybody that there are religious courts all over the United States of America for all different religions: Roman Catholic, Orthodox Jewish, Presbyterian, Methodist, Muslim. And the people who appear before those courts are looking for the resolution of a dispute that at its core is integral to their religion, and they are there voluntarily. Now, there are aspects of Sharia law that are repugnant, repellent, could never, ever be enforced in the United States. Like stoning and cutting off hands. But there are other aspects of it, like custody of children, where a person, the husband and wife, might voluntarily prefer to have this panel decide rather than to have a judge like I was decide.
Would that, you're saying, and that would override American law?
Well,
that would be upheld over it?
If both parties consent to abide by the decision of the court, yes, we could do this today. If Brian and I had a dispute, we could sign a piece of paper making Steve Ducey or Roger Ailes the arbiter of that dispute, and we would abide by their decision. These people have signed a piece of paper making the Roman Catholic Tribunal, the Archdiocese of Newark, or the imams in Dallas, Texas, the final decision maker. Well, sure. As long as it's
have to deal with it.
Yes, as long as it's voluntary and as long as it doesn't violate the laws of the land, federal law, state law, or local law, people can submit to it.
Okay, so what happens, though, if you agree to this Sharia law mediator? You're going to settle something for it.
Sounds so terrible.
But that's exactly what it is.
Yes,
Just as in the Catholic Church, if you go before the tribunal and you say, I want an annulment, even though you're already divorced. What would happen if the tribunal makes a decision, the Sharia law tribunal, and you don't like it, and you go to the Texas courts instead? Then what's going to happen to you in the community?
I don't know what's going to happen to you in the community, but when you sign the agreement to submit to the tribunal, you agree that that resolution is enforceable in the ordinary courts. So people could come to me when I was on the bench and say, here's an arbitration. Here's how it was resolved. It was religious, it was non-religious. One side didn't like it. Judge, please enforce it, because they agreed to be bound by it. I'm going to enforce it, unless it violates the law of the land.
It's like the Judge Judy. You give it to the TV show.
Yes, exactly. When you appear before Judge Judy, or when you appeared before Judge Knapp on Power of Attorney, when I did
remember the days.
Seems like 100 years ago. You actually signed an agreement naming Judge Judy or me, or whoever the judge was, as the final arbiter of that decision, of that case. Not appealable, and you'd be bound by that decision.
That series available on DVD?
It is available somewhere, Brian. I'm not sure where.
Track it down.
All right, Judge. Are they getting any tax dollars or anything like that to do this?
Absolutely not. That would be prohibited. Even though they are relieving the government of some burden because they're reducing cases in the courts, the government cannot pay for
Even
this.
if they have complete tax, they have no tax exemption here. None.
Well,
nonprofit status doesn't grant them that?
Yes, they have nonprofit status, but they don't receive tax dollars to pay for their costs.
Because it is a
Thanks
religious
for making a
All right,
difference there.
Judge, thank you.